Yo, what's good, everybody? How you doing today? How are we? Ooh, glitchy. Um, so it's a little late. It's currently about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Goose and I had some difficulties here. He will be able to tell you all about it when he gets in. But we decided to do our stream here a little bit later. We're gonna do episode 3 of our OnlyCrams podcast. The podcast where we try to play some video games, try to talk some Pokemon Unite, and hopefully not rage. That's the general basis of everything. It sucks. Like, I feel like this camera is just too much. Hold on. A little bit too much light. Natural lighting is always good. Okay, that's a heck of a lot better. A little bit of lighting, not too much. Good. Holy crap, face. It's all red. Um, we're gonna wait for Goose here. But thank you so much to the people who just followed me in the last few days. I appreciate every one of you guys. Um, ugh. We got RJB 317, thank you. KC Proc 72, Geo. Thank you everybody for do the recent follows. I greatly appreciate all of you. So I did some tinkering around here a little bit with my stream deck. Hopefully we'll be able to catch some good things here. I have a new clipped section. I have sounds. I also have new alerts and stuff like that. But we're gonna try to keep the alerts here to a minimum. I'm gonna try to keep chat. I'm gonna do my best to potentially kind of type, so this way that you guys feel acknowledged. I hate the fact that I don't interact with you guys much. It really drives me nuts. I won't lie. It's one of those things where I want to be able to sit down, have a talk with you guys, and really show everything. Fitstorm, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. So right now, we're just gonna kind of hang out, chill, shoot the shit. I have a couple of things here. I wonder if they work on this scene. There it is. So I just tried a few things out here. I got a new feature chat where if somebody asks me a question, I can bring it up here on screen and everything. It'll show it the whole 9 yards, which is pretty sweet. What else do we have? I got some sounds that I uploaded. I think it would be fun to do. Not while we're doing the podcast, but maybe when we're doing just actual Unite streams. We got a little bit of the. See if it plays. Oh no, it doesn't seem to want to play. That or it seems like there's too much going on and it doesn't know what to do first. Sealy Fox, hey man, how are you? Yes, it's been a long time. I've been really well. Ooh, this chatting box is all off center. Oh man, I'm not happy with that. We gotta fix that one. But I've been doing really well. As you can tell, everything has changed. I moved into a new house. Got a new shift. So things for me, I thought were going to be kind of opening up for me to be able to stream a little bit more, and unfortunately, they really haven't. So I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite. Absolutely obsessed with this game. I cannot put it down. Ever since it came out in July, I think. You know what? I can actually find out for you. Let me find out how many hours I have put onto this game. I think it'll tell me the system settings, potentially. I'm not 100% sure. Controller sensor systems. It will tell me. I'm doing good. Thanks. Congrats on the new house. It's always exciting. Yes. Um, it was something that just kind of fell into our laps. We weren't expecting much of it, and in this current skip selection screen. Yeah. Um, it just kind of fell in our laps, especially with this market. We weren't really sure of how everything was gonna go, so we were just like, all right, screw it, and we just got lucky. Save cloud data. Where did I find this? I thought I had it.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, we got some goose on here.
The goose is loose. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, we're doing good. I'm all here. I'm all set up. Currently, streaming. I got a couple of people in here. I got Sealy Fox, who's been a long time, and I got Vit.
Excellent, excellent. So I'm just popping up. I'm still gonna have to play without game audio.
Oh no.
I've not had time to fix that this weekend.
Yeah, you've had quite the eventful weekend.
I'll get into that when we start. I'll get into that when we start. Yeah, okay, hang on.
What up, Chris Sharp? How you doing? Chi Sharp, Chris, Kevin.
Oh my God, Kevin! Feels like it's been a little while since I've seen Kevin.
I won't lie. Well, we've literally just asked about him the other day. We were literally just saying, like, you know what? It's been a hot minute. I haven't seen him. Is he all right? And I am glad to hear. So this is what Tsnydes looks like. Yes, it is. This is what the fat boy Tsnydes looks like. The raging, screaming, absolute chaotic.
Indeed. Indeed. No. Okay. Well, should we? Are you in the game?
I am not.
Oh my God! Let's invite straight away.
You want to do the invites? All right. Daddy Tsnydes.
Oh God, no! It's started already.
Oh, of course it has.
Okay, so let's start things off then. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the OnlyCrams Podcast, episode 3. Already 3 episodes in. I am your host, X_Goose, and with me I have Tsnydes, a man who thinks that Pokemon games are hard enough already. Thank you very much. How have you been, my man?
Ooh, throwing a zinger in there, are we? I've been doing well. I've been playing a ton of Legends of Arceus, and I have been enjoying every moment of it.
Okay, well, we can definitely get into that next time, because I've not played yet. I'm going to play some tonight.
Ooh.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that very much. Yeah, so my weekend's been a bit wild. So the reason I haven't been able to play any since release is because me and my girlfriend thought, you know what, we'll take a little trip away, just as the first kind of non-work related trip since COVID, and we thought we'd try and have a nice little break. And then we encountered a storm. So not like just a little blustery breeze, but a storm that's ripped trees up from the ground and shut power off and
holy crap,
things like that. So we went out on Friday, and I mean, you know, that I appreciate there's going to be a lot of North Americans listening to this who probably will not think much of this, but apparently during the British's history of colonizing half the planet, we, 1, did not learn how to implement spices, and 2, did not learn how to deal with natural disasters. So we have had a wild ride of it. We've been in like a little village, so the northeast, where I am from, the northeast of England, has quite a lot of little villages and hamlets and things like that. So we went out to somewhere we've stayed before. And the electricity for the whole area just got shut down. So we've had no Wi-Fi, we've had no hot water, we've had nothing really. It's been quite a wild ride. People have been having evacuation orders. So like if you don't live here and you can get out, get out. And then it was kind of like, okay, all of our roads are blocked, so no, go back, stay where you are. Don't drive unless you have to.
Jesus.
So we made the decision to, as soon as one of the roads opened up, we made the decision to just get out and get back home. So yeah, it was quite an interesting experience. There was quite a few lorries turned over and things like that on the side of the road, and because a lot of the northeast is just, it's flat land. The coast particularly, it's all flat plains that then lead up to hills. So the wind is just kind of, I think it was coming eastward, so it wasn't hitting the coast from the west, it was coming over the top of these hills. And once it got over the top, it was just sweeping down across the plains and just completely demolishing everything.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, and again, something else. So a lot of our forests and trees are during World War II, we planted a lot of trees to try and rebuild, right? We needed quick growing lumber. And so we planted a lot of conifer trees, which conifer trees are kind of fast, particularly some of the species that they use for lumber. I appreciate this is completely not Pokemon Unite related, but these trees are like Led Zeppelin trees, live fast, die young, right? So they grow really quick, but they have really shallow root systems because of where they evolved. They evolved in tundra landscapes where the ground was really hard, so they couldn't get their roots deep down, and it just means those kind of flat root systems mean they topple really easily. And we've got loads of these forestry areas along the side of main roads, which is horrific planning, really, when you think about it. But yeah, it's made for an interesting experience trying to get home.
I mean, just going on for everything that you said sounds... The first part of it where you went on a nice little getaway with the girlfriend and there's no Wi-Fi, no power, no nothing. That sounds great. I don't mind getting off the grid for a while.
But then getting off the grid as long as I've got hot running water.
You know what? It happens. Yeah, you rough it a little bit, a few days here and there. It's not the biggest thing. But getting home, that adventure seems to be quite the adventure.
It was a wild ride. Not again, like as Brits, we've had it pretty lucky in terms of kind of weather. We don't really get a lot of heavy rains, storm surges, heavy winds. Like the worst winds that we would normally get are tail end hurricanes from North America, right? But it's we've had 3 storms, so we've got another one coming in tonight.
Oh God.
We've had 3 storms in the past 2 months, which are just completely unlike anything that we are used to dealing with.
I understand.
So it's been an interesting time. But I'm home, safe.
And that's all that matters.
Back to playing some Unite again. That is all that matters. How have your games been? How have the games been going? How much have you played? Because I think, when was the last time we played? It was what, midweek?
Yeah, I think Monday of last week. I'm gonna come bottom with you.
Okay, I'm gonna go an all-rounder as well. If I'm quick.
You got 3 seconds.
I'm quicker than that. Anyway, yeah. So it's
so the games
have been okay?
They've been up and down. I've been trying to stay out of ranked. Did a little bit of ranking up there. Yeah, okay. So Vit's gonna allude to this into the chat. He said the games have been absolutely trash, and he's not wrong. So I'm trying to put a positive twist on this season ending here. It's been rough. If you go in duos, you better prepare to try to carry the team. If you go in trios, you have a better chance, and with 5 stacks, you're gonna get absolutely wrecked. Because then you got the competitive.
I think 5 stacks a little bit more 50-50.
Well, it depends.
You either do the wrecking or you get wrecked. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. I have also had the last lot have been pretty rough. It's games wise.
It's been alright. Like I said, it hasn't been absolutely terrible. I'm gonna lock down this Pikachu here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on. All right, back it up. Let's take theirs.
Yeah.
So, it's been the games that I've had with Vit are really tough because we would play so well and we just couldn't get out. Like, we couldn't win, we couldn't do anything. It was really, really, really rough. But like you said, we have to. I'm trying to keep a positive outlooks on this, and just really just try to do something about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like with season 3, literally hours away, we have hope. I feel like we have hope.
Yeah. I'm hoping that there's a big update coming at some point soon, because I've also had issues. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. Whether it's a matchmaking thing, like is it servers that's causing the problem? Is it too easy to rank? So you've got people who aren't necessarily particularly good at the game are still making it quite high up. Yeah, I'm uncertain what's going on, because my games have been similar in some aspects. Just a little bit. Sometimes it's a little bit frustrating, but yeah, the new battle pass is out though, right?
5 hours until.
5 hours until the new battle pass. Oh, okay. So we've got a little bit of waiting to do on that front. So that can be. Oh, hello, reboot.
We have
That can be next week's discussion.
We have company, and I'm gonna die. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, they have some images that have been leaked. There's been some.
Okay. Do we want to talk about some leaks?
Yeah. Why don't we get into the positive and the exciting side of Pokemon Unite?
Yeah, because there's definitely a lot of exciting things coming, which
we have
let's talk about some of those leaks then. So if anybody doesn't want to listen to the leaks, spoilers incoming.
Well, the fun thing is that it's not fully a spoiler, because we don't really know. We know one of them, and that's the exciting part. But the supporter that's going to be coming out in February has not
so
been.
We're talking about the new characters.
Yes. So
to set the scene a little bit, we've got a wanted poster, a wanted list, right?
Correct. We have
new characters on.
Yes, so we are hinted at the fact that we are going to be getting a new all-arounder in February. We'll be getting a supporter also in February. And then we will be getting a attacker come March. So we have already a whole lineup coming out to us here. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited, because things just are starting to look more and more pleasing with the we need you to dunk with the characters that we're selecting. It just sounds like so much fun. I'm gonna put my 6 away.
So I think it cheeky. It's I definitely think that there's been a big shake-up in terms of characters needed. I don't think I ended up discussing this, but I think one possible solution was to have just had a complete rework of a lot of characters and throw in a couple of new ones. But you know, the fact that we're going to get, I think Aegislash has been pretty much revealed, right?
Oh yeah.
We were all kind of on board with knowing that Aegislash is a thing now.
Oh boy. Yeah,
that's going to be pretty cool as the next all-rounder. That's a big deal. Aegislash, pretty popular mon, which is great. You know, obviously fan favorites coming in is great for the series because it attracts people, and it's just, you know, great for people to see their favorite mon in. And then we've got no idea for the rest, which is in itself super exciting.
Right. I really hope that we do get a healer of some nature in the next supporter, because we have so much attack all around that we need to start seeing a little bit of shift there.
The game is very burst driven, right?
Yes, it's
This is the problem here. There is very little survivability.
yeah. There's no like drawn out knockout fights. It's just you get in, you get bursted, and you're dead. Like that's really all there is to it. And for me, I don't really like that. It's got to be very tactical on those fronts. Speaking of tactical,
I do agree. I think the burst is too much, right? It's just a little bit too much. The fights are done a little bit too quickly. I think if somebody gets a gank, then that's it, right? Like it's just kind of like, oh, okay, that fight's done. There's no kind of like magic comeback story or anything like that. Or
right.
I guess you can get snipes, but
well,
it's not quite the same. It's
no.
like a long drawn out tactical fight, and again, you don't want to make it too long because again, you want to keep things exciting. But it's one of those things where it's like, okay, we could probably do it with a little bit more.
Yeah. So with that poster being leaked, basically what I did is okay.
Oh god damn, that's an early surrender.
Yeah, I'll take that. So what I did is I said to Goose, whether he went through with it or not, I gave him a challenge. All right, I said, I want you to come up with one Pokemon per slot, so an all-arounder, an attacker, a speedster, and a support, and then one Pokemon that you just want to see in the game in general. So if you have your list, I would love to hear your list. I have, for those of you following me on Twitch, I have page after page after page of Pokemon attacks, abilities, unites, the whole 9 yards. I went deep.
Oh, okay.
So, Goose, I will let you do the honors. And how about we start with you do one, I'll do one. We'll do the same, like support, attack, or anything like that. So wherever you bounce off of, I'll go with it.
Okay. So where do you want to start? What's your favorite category, or what category do you think is desperately in need of some new mons?
Support all around.
Support?
Oh
okay.
yeah.
I agree, completely agree. I think a lot of the kind of pro players would also agree that, because let's be real, Eldegoss is the only viable healer because it's the only one that you get group healing with, right? So you can have Blissey, but Blissey can only heal one at a time, which is useful, but not so much for a team fight. So support, definitely agree, needs some improvement. I've not gone for a healer.
Ooh, okay.
I want to see something a little bit different. I want a nerf-based supporter, so not one that buffs your team, but nerfs the opponent's team.
Ooh.
I want to see slows, damage reductions, line of sights removed. I know you're going to shout at me for this, but potential controller inversions.
Oh God.
I want to see the whole 9 yards. And for this, I really want to see Cofagrigus
Ooh.
from Univer.
Okay.
I just think it would be perfect. Like it's a mummy. Mummies are associated with curses. Again, maybe it's like a Halloween kind of theme, and I just think it could work really well. You know, you've got Confuse Rays, you've got potentially a different version of Hex coming out, and a whole host of other ghosty kind of moves that you could work on that. So I think that is definitely the support that I want to see. Even Will-O-Wisp could work, and just have something that really shakes things up a little bit, just to
That's
a little bit of a busy fight.
Honestly, that sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think nerf based would be something extremely fun.
It would, now minus the controller inversion.
Because I know that's your pet hate.
Oh my God, I cannot do anything with controller inversion. But if we get something like that, just like throwing out like screeches and something of that nature, I'd be really happy for that. I think that would be a really good mon to put in, kind of put in like a kind of like a weakness policy driven type Pokemon, where he's
something
just
that can really take advantage of some of those items, right? 'Cause
right.
that's we're starting to see a little bit of usability there, which is great. But I think some more kind of items where even things that, like, you know, if you've got super low health, which could benefit the likes of Trevenant or something. If you've got super low health, then you can start dealing massive amounts of damage. Or if you've got a status condition, like a life orb kind of deal. Is it life orb? Am I thinking of the right item there?
A life orb would be the one where it boosts your attack, but every time you attack and it successfully hits, it will reduce your life.
Okay, so a poison orb. That's the one I was thinking of. Is
Okay.
it the poison orb that damages you? Inflicts
Yeah.
poison on yourself.
Correct.
So if you've got poison orb, then you could deal a lot more damage again. Gengar would be a great recipient of that. No, Gengar wouldn't be a great recipient of that because he needs. Never mind. Or if you know, that would be a good counter. If the opposing Pokemon has poison orb, and then you could run Gengar and get a really good deal with Hex.
Yeah,
But it's just something to make people think. I think that's what I want, because at the minute, you definitely see that at the top level. You definitely see some thought going into compositions, but I think there is definitely a defined way of playing that is kind of one-minded a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Feels a bit one-track mind. Like, there is one defined mon for each area, and if you deviate away from that, then you're probably going to be at a disadvantage.
Yes. Sorry, I have the Greninja down there literally sitting at 1 health.
Yeah, it's okay. I did try and find him, but yeah. So who's your support of choice then?
So
Who do you think you'd want to go for?
So I did go a little bit different than you. It's weird because a lot of the Pokemon that I was looking at and kind of driven towards were mostly water types, which was very odd for me when I was looking at them. I'm like, you know what, this would be good. Oh, this would be good, and they're all water types. Why, I don't know.
Big water type trainer here.
I
would absolutely approve.
I love water types. I do. But what was so weird about it, I got too busy chasing the Blissey down. And I'm done. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go in and choose one type for each of these slots. So, ironically, for the supporter, I chose a water type. I chose Milotic.
Oh, okay. I think I can see where you're going with this, and I like it.
So it's a little bit different than what some people... Oh god, Surf is not nice. And I'm dead again. And we're getting snowballed here, by the way. So...
Oh yeah.
Feebas would be your first basic Mon. We could say it could evolve at level 5, level 6, level 7, whatever the preference could be. But its first starting moves would be Water Pulse. So it would basically shoot like a little pulse in front of you that would be able to damage the opposing Pokemon. It won't be super strong, but it's just enough to kind of, you know, keep them thinking, hey, is this something that I want to keep attacking? And then, because Feebas is more like Magikarp, he would also have Flail. So he would be flopping around, try to do a little bit of damage, this, that, the other. And that, too, is kind of like Snorlax. Snorlax has this, like, real short... I can't believe I missed all of that. It'd be a real short dash straight in front. The lower you are, the more damage it does. All that type of stuff. But when it gets ready to evolve, it evolves into this awesome Milotic. The Milotic Water Pulse would then either give you one of two options, which would be Aqua Ring. So Aqua Ring would be a sustained life over time. I don't know how to... What level are they? 13? My god. So Aqua Ring would be like a slow self heal over time. It would just continuously heal yourself, and you would get more life healing versus anything else. And then it would give you Aqua Tail. So it's kind of a split support where you can either go with the aggressive nature and go with an Aqua Tail, which would basically be like an attacking defender support.
Okay.
So the Aqua Tail would basically act as like a little slap out in the front, but if you miss with the tail, you get like a little wave, and that's like a knockback.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm with you. I like it.
So it's quite like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Then Flail.
Strong.
Flail would end up being Life Dew or Ice Beam. Life Dew will be a split heal between you and the nearest Pokemon on your team. And it would be like a short burst life gain, kind of like what happens now with Eldegoss. And then Ice Beam would act more like exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like a Hyper Beam, but with ice.
Yeah, so nice little bit of damage and then a slow or a freeze in there, right?
Correct. And then I have, for its ult, it is a little interesting. Okay. Surf just literally wiped me clean, so I might have to try that. So it's Unite, and all of the Unite moves are based off of the Z moves. So this would be Hydro Vortex. So Hydro Vortex would basically create, as it sounds, a large vortex that knocks up and stuns while being in this essential cyclone.
Okay.
So as it's going,
So
you're going to take into
a lot of. You've got a lot of kind of movability there. You can shift people around. Really mess with their day.
Yep, and it could be one of two builds. It doesn't have to be, just a straight support. It can be an attacker. It's not going to put out a massive amount of damage, but you can do displacements. You can, I really think that Milotic would be like one of the better type Pokemon to just be able to get in there and just be like, this is interesting. Okay, I want to... Yeah. And it all depends on the game, too. Because, like, if you're noticing that you have nothing but high attack, high supports, like, cool, let's go with healing. I can do that. Or you go, like, my team really needs some little oomph into that. How about we go with some Milotic damage?
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Oh my god. I don't know how we got out of this. Because we were getting bodied the whole game.
Yeah, that was an interesting game.
Holy
They just messed that one up at the last minute on the team fight, right?
wow.
It worked.
It did. I was getting bullied by that Surf Greninja. I mean, it was really bad.
Yeah, that's a 3-stack clan right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're good.
So Milotic is like this big beefy boy, gets in front, kind of starts slapping things around, throwing ice beams, or it can kind of like hang back a little bit, be your healer, kind of displacing people. I just think it'd be so interesting to get something completely off the spectrum.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good. I do like the sound of it. It's a fan favorite that would kind of draw people in, and I think it does sound kind of just a little bit OP. Like if you have that kind of flexibility with a supporter being able to deal out that much damage, I think, don't get me wrong, I'd be all for it because I love Milotic and it would just be a lot of fun, right?
Sure.
Okay, we need a supporter here. Also, I just want to make a quick just a quick little point. We do so much better hit this game when we're recording the podcast.
I don't know why. And also,
Neither do I.
I'm knocking on wood because I'm getting the dogs going. I don't know why. I really don't.
No, neither do I. Maybe we're just not thinking about it as much. But yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking constantly
Anyway.
about it. All right, so
What's your next category? So we've done supporter. We've got all-rounder, attacker, speedster, defender.
okay, so let me do speedster. Okay.
Speedster.
So the
Okay.
speedster I had as a fan favorite, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go off the cusp. I'm gonna do something a little different, not something that everybody is gonna enjoy, but I think could be super interesting. So the first
I like
Pokemon that I had was Sneasel and Weavile.
Good choices.
I mean that is a fan favorite. It's awesome. It is the essential of speed. And then
It is one of
Oh.
Edgy Teenage Goose's favorite Pokemon.
I love dark type Pokemon. That's the main reason why I was hoping for it. But then I said, all right, let's go a little bit different. So I went with Nikita and Ninjask. So
choice.
the essential for Pokemon being a speedster is right there. So evolution is obviously based depending on maybe 5, 6, depending on how they. I'm not sure. I don't play Talonflame, so I don't know like the general basics of him. But Nikita would start out with Fury Swipes and Sand Attack. So just kind of like how Crustle does his Fury attack, his I think X Scissor. It would just be a little bit more rapid session and weaker damage for the Fury Swipes. And Sand Attack would act exactly like Gibbles does. So it kind of gives you that like the ability to get in, dip out type thing. I think
I like it.
I think that would be absolutely brilliant. Oh, can we get him? Yes.
Oh yeah, we can get him.
So I think somebody had alluded to this earlier, and it just kind of stuck with me. The next move that it would gain out of Fury Swipes would be Fury Cutter. Okay, so you get Fury Cutter or X Scissor. So Fury Cutter is a very quick type attack, but every time that you successfully hit, stacking up to I don't know, X times, say let's 5, it gets stronger and stronger with every successful hit.
Yeah,
Just-
this is. I really want to see a Fury Cutter that you can stack. Because I think Fury Cutter on. Is it Fury Swipes or Fury Cutter that Crystal has?
I think his is X Scissor, to be honest with you.
Is it. Sorry, not as Crystal. Is it Dwebble?
Ooh, that I don't know. I don't
think-
play enough of
'cause I
it.
think- Because I think as Dwebble you get Fury Swipes, or you Fury Cutter, which I think a stack and Fury Cutter would just be chef's kiss. It'd be
Well,
fantastic.
Vit has informed me that he has Fury Cutter.
Fury Cutter, okay, yeah. So it's definitely I think a Ninjask with Fury Cutter would be so good. It would be so strong.
I think it would be really cool to see that. And then after your Sand Attack, you're going to get one of two abilities. You're going to either get Double Team, like Greninja, where you can kind of create clones and dash around. Or you're going to get Agility, which is kind of like, almost like Sarah Aura. So you'll get an increased speed boost, and then, oh my lord, the crits on that thing. I just got KO'd by the Absol that came up there. So then you get to dash forward, and then you get a short speed boost for a short period of time. His Unite, I think I have it called Savage Spin Out. And again, these are all playing off of Z moves. So what you would do is you would single out a target, you would create a cocoon around them, and then be able to basically slam them into a direction and creating knockup
man.
wherever it would slam.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, it's There's a lot of talk on it, and I like it.
It's different.
Yeah, so I think it is a little bit different, but I quite like it because this is something that I really wanted to see with the evolutions, which I think would be really incredibly difficult to implement. Would be you can choose your evolution in game. So you start with Eevee, and then you can branch a different direction. And you could do the same with Ninjask, right? You could do Ninjask into Shedinja.
Yeah.
Or you could do Nincada into either of the two. Again, very difficult to pull off. I imagine, even just from a coding perspective, right? But I think it would be really fun. And again, it brings back that thought. It brings back adaptability. People are going to think on the fly. People are going to change their approach to even mid-game. I think would be huge. But we'll see. We'll see. It's quite a difficult feat to pull off, I think. Okay, so my speedster is probably a little bit more of a fan favorite, I think. Dragapult. I think Dragapult, one of the highest speed stats in the game. Incredibly fun, and I could just you can kind of taste it. So its signature move is Phantom Force, right? Which the description is it disappears and then it reappears and smacks the opponent, and you could have so much fun with that as a speedster. You could drive people insane with it, but you could have so much fun. Like, you could just imagine you're in the middle of a team fight, you kind of lose track of what's going on. You don't really, you think you've got everybody, you miss out on what's going on the side. All of a sudden Dragapult comes along and there you go, that's you dead, and it just hits for a ton of damage. Again, Dragapult quite weak, so you wouldn't expect it to have loads of survivability. I'm thinking along the lines of Gengar and Talonflame. You see them wax pretty easily if they get caught. You're not hanging around for long, right?
Right.
So I think it would be a lot of fun to see that kind of thing happening. So you could either have that kind of build where you can sneak up on things, or you could have a lot of fun, which would probably need to do less damage, because I think a ranged speedster could cause problems, to be quite honest.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people might throw the game down in frustration with a ranged speedster. But if you could have a build where you shoot the Dreepies, I think that would be a lot of fun. I think you could have like a heat-seeking baby dragon type would be something else. I think yeah, be a lot of fun. Or maybe even that's its Unite, right? Maybe that's the Unite move.
Kind of almost like a Cramorant style.
Almost like a Cramorant style, where you're busy shooting the Dreepies. And yeah, I think it could be a lot of fun. But okay, I think Dragonite's gonna have me here. Yeah, I think that would be my pick for speedster.
And what's funny is, like, I've looked at the top 100 fan favorite Pokemon, and they've almost started out with all of them being, fan favorites. There's a couple of them that they chose that are like kind of like, who is this? More so speaking for Greedent.
Oh yeah.
But everybody else has been in the top 100 of fan favorites, which is really impressive.
It makes sense from a developer point of view, particularly with a new game, right? You don't want to, I don't know, you don't want to be thrown in kind of like some outfield picks that people are just going to be like, why are these in the game? I don't want to play this.
Right.
So it does make sense that what we're seeing are some fan favorites.
Right. And I totally get it. But you got to have that
want to see
uniqueness.
Yeah, I want to see more. Yeah, definitely. Although in saying that, I don't think my
it's almost halfway gone there.
Okay.
I don't have
the rest of my picks are particularly different to what you would expect, right? Yeah, you're probably gonna expect to see these in a lot of people's picks. But yeah, so I think maybe we go for all-rounder next.
Oh, hold on. Let's get him. Let's get the team
wipe.
The team wipe. Oh, daddy.
Oh, there we go. That's 3 surrenders.
Oh, man. Okay, so
we're on fire here.
Since you bring that one up, I will let you take the reins for this one.
Okay, so We have quite similar taste in our favorite mons, so I hope we haven't crossed over here.
I actually, I'm hopeful that we do.
Okay. Well, actually, no, because I think I know what your first pick for all-rounder is going to be. So I don't think it's going to be quite covered over, but you're definitely going to be a fan of this. My pick for all-rounder would be Heracross.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Lay it on me, big boy.
I thought you'd be. So Heracross, I mean, there's not that much thought is going to go into Heracross, right? You're going to have Megahorn, you're going to have Brick Break, you're potentially going to have an Aerial Ace in there.
Okay.
But Heracross is absolutely my pick for all-rounder because you could just have so much fun. I think for the Unite, Heracross would be a good starting point for to introduce some Megas in there. I think it would be a shame to not take advantage of Megas in some respect. Whether, so if you have a Mega in there, you replace its Unite move with a Mega Evolution. Again, we could talk about that flexibility. So before the match, either say you want to go for a Mega Evolution or you want to go for a Unite move. But I think that would be a good starting point because Ash caught a Heracross. It's one of his main Pokemon in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine there is an anniversary for Johto release coming up soon.
Oh, let's go Johto. I would hope so.
So let's go Johto. Maybe something along those lines. I definitely think there is room there for something like that. And Heracross, just Mega Horn and things around the map would make me a very happy man. And if you introduce something along the lines of a Horn Claws, like an attack stat boost. So if you Horn Claws, then Mega Claw, then Mega Horn, or if you've got something with like a Brick Break and an Aerial Ace kind of build, so you've got a little bit more like maneuverability. It's just Heracross. I'd play Heracross every game. I love the guy. He's so good.
And you know what's funny is that the more that you talk about it, the more excited that I get for something of that nature. Because I agree, I'm right with you. I love Heracross. I love the Mega looks a little weird to me, but I mean, just everything about it is right on the money.
Yeah, it would just be so much fun. Again, like I say, I really do want to see Megas and Shinies implemented into this game. I think there's a lot of potential there.
Sorry, doing a super focused on this one match here. We got the one, and we stole.
It's a lot of fun doing this, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh my god, we got to interrupt ourselves.
My brain goes, Derp, what are you doing? You can't focus on both. So the my all-arounder is actually a fan favorite.
Okay, I think I know what you're gonna go for here.
Okay, I'll let you
I think
guess.
he's gonna be on your list anyway. Okay, is it Electivire?
Okay, so Electivire is on my list, but it is not the all-arounder.
Okay.
So I have Tyranitar.
Oh my days, Tyranitar would be something else.
So Tyranitar would be obviously your 3-stage evolution. It would just be everything that you could hope for and more. So it starts out obviously as a Larvitar. It would probably have like Bite and Screech. It's basic two basic moves. Everything that you get in the game. I gotta pinch this. Gotta pinch it. No. So Bite just kind of like Gibbles, where it'll just do a nice bit of damage straight out front. It would also then have Screech. So Screech would be kind of like plays into your Cofagrigus, where it will just kind of like lower the opponent's attack, defense and special defense. So this way, like they're gonna think twice about trying to come in. Then, sorry, I've got 2 up here on the goal, and they're both gonna score. I need to.
You're not having a fun time up there.
No, because Ivysaur has left me for dead. And I'm dead, speaking of. Okay. So, Bite would then give you the option for Stone Edge or Crunch. So Stone Edge would kind of be like almost like a 3-pillar type thing right in front of you, where it's like a short range, pillar coming up. It'll knock you up with each successful hit.
Almost like a rock tomb, almost like rock tomb for crystal.
Yes, but instead of it,
instead of a cover, you get
you get like 1, 2, 3 straight in a row. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that could cause problems.
It could.
Upset me.
Each one has successful knock up, so you could potentially knock them up 3 times. Crunch is just basically a stronger bite, but it has the ability to also then lower the special defense of the Pokemon. So that this way, if you hit with a crunch, you could also just kind of counter into something a little bit more dangerous with whatever the second move could be.
So I think what I would quite like to see with Crunch, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're perfectly
Crunch
fine.
has the ability to reduce defense in game, right?
Yep.
So I would really like to see a Crunch that could, not every time, but maybe has the chance to do a defense reduction on the enemy. Defense and special defense all in one.
Yep.
So you see that kind of...
I would love... and a lot of the moves that I've selected for these Pokemon are right off of the moveset. They also play directly from the games and how they play from the main series games, the whole 9 yards. It's like I said, when I went deep, I mean I went deep.
Oh god, yeah, you went knuckle deep. That was it's impressive. I do like that. Like I say, you could have you could cause a lot of problems with that.
I think just those 2 moves alone would be chaotic. But then now comes the next moveset. So the next moveset is gonna be Screech gets to turn into Iron Defense, so you can be, a big old tanky boy walking into certain situations.
Yep, perfect for an all-rounder.
Or you're gonna get Sandstorm. So Sandstorm is gonna create a whirlwind of sand around you while you walk, and then you're going to be able to deal damage to whoever is in that sandstorm. It'll also give you a special attack buff or an attack, and basically kind of be like Dragon Dance, but it'll deal damage.
Well, I was thinking almost like Petal Dance from Venusaur.
Yeah, you can do that. Yep, something like that. It'll give you a little bit
of damage, a little bit of a buff. I like it.
Interesting. Let's see. I have for its Unite. I have to think about this here. I'm also in the middle of a battle, so looking at this is not a good time. I'm also getting walloped, by the way. I just want to point that out.
We're not doing too bad down bottom.
Okay, so the Unite move would be Continental Crush. So the Continental Crush would be basically like Crustal's half circle, but instead it would be a full circle around you, creating a it'll shoot like almost like the Stone Edge, where it shoots you up and knocks up. It's like Blastoise's Hydro Cannon, whatever it is, where he spins around. It's like that, but with the Earth basically coming around you. Nice. So it's big damage, circle area, coming in hot, and you're just going to be putting everything away. Oh!
Okay.
We got 40 away.
Good pick. Can't see much wrong with that, to be honest. What's your next pick? Because what have we got? We've got Attacker and Defender left.
So since you've already alluded to my Attacker, I'll just go right ahead with the Attacker.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to do that to you.
No, you're perfectly fine. Because everybody who knows, what I'm playing is that I love Electivire. I got to put in 80 there. Holy crap. I couldn't believe that one. So Electivire. This is actually not a 2-stage evolution. Instead, it is a 3-stage evolution. You're going to get Elekid, the baby Pokemon, into Electabuzz, and then into Electivire. What's going to happen is that you'll first start out basically very squishy. You're going to be an Elekid who has Shockwave and Charge. So basically you're going to do a little bit of a stacking, and then you're going to... I'm also not in a good spot for this.
It's okay, none of us are.
I know, and that's not a good thing. I have my Unite move now, so... They're not even going for it.
No, they're just busy hammering me.
Yeah, okay, good. So charge would basically act exactly like the game, where you're going to charge up, you're going to do more special attack, and you're going to kind of really, punish the enemy. So you're going to try to... Oh, come here, you, Sylveon. He's not going to get away! He got away! Sylveon, get up back here! Oh, thank you, Hyper Beam.
Venusaur.
Yeah. We also have a team wipe, so we should probably go for this.
Yeah, I think we've unfortunately been a little bit sloppy on this.
A little bit.
There we go. We still got 3 out, though. We can take this.
I will go Hydro Pump and push him out. No, never mind. He killed me. Well, I'm out for 26 seconds, so it's on you guys. So Shockwave will be like just a circle pulse, kind of push everybody away, dealing some electric damage. Charge, obviously, like bulk up. You just gain a little bit of extra momentum. You're going to be able to kind of stack that a little bit, and then your Shockwave will do more. Shockwave will then turn into Thunder Punch or Wild Charge.
Oh, I really wanted you to say Thunder Punch.
Why's that?
I think it's the perfect move for Electabuzz and Electivire. It's so good.
Well, because it's what he's known for, is he not?
Yeah, it's the move.
Yep. So Thunder Punch is going to act entirely like Fire Punch for Charmeleon, but instead, when you hit, you're going to stun them. They're going to have elongated stun, and basically just kind of be a fish in the water, not be able to do much. Wild Charge is going to be a little bit different than like Zeraora's. You're not going to be dashing around. This is going to be more like a dash forward, and then you're going to stun everything in your path. And then the closer you are to the Pokemon and the further you push them, the more damage it's going to do. So if you catch like the very end of it, it won't do a whole heck of a lot. But if you're right up on you and then you push them for the whole way, it'll do like solar beams, like tick, 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 kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
And then Charge will go to Charge Beam and Discharge. Charge Beam will be obviously like a beam in the direction of a Pokemon, but if it hits, it reduces the cooldown back to 2 seconds. So almost like a spammable, like, real quick, but that one's not going to have like the high amount of damage that, the Discharge would, or Thunder Punch or Wild Charge. And then Discharge is kind of going to be the same thing, where it's just this shockwave where it's going to push everybody around. But also, the closer you are, the more damage you're going to take.
I like it.
Gigavolt Havoc is exactly the Unite move of Pikachu. It's going to create a Thunderbolt in his hand, and then it's going to be dropped into the designated area and creating just like a lightning bolt that'll just shock and splash damage in the area. I'm a little too aggressive with it because obviously it's my favorite mon, but I have high hopes.
Yeah, absolutely not. That is exactly how you want Electivire to be played. You want big, lots of damage, heavy hitting, swinging, guns out, get those thunder punches on the go, right? That's all you want.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Okay, so my pick for attacker is slightly less flashy, but it is a mon that I think is appreciated in some circles, but maybe he's not widely appreciated. But Breloom, I
Ah,
really like Breloom.
yes.
I think you could have so much because obviously, like you look at Breloom and then you've got the little stick arms, but Breloom's arms extend,
Yes.
and a Mach Punch Breloom would be a lot of fun. I think. I think you could have, if you've got a lot of space in front of you. So I think it's Mach Punch should extend out, right?
Okay.
And you should be able to punch through things. So you can hit multiple mons with Mach Punch. And you can get in, start dealing rapid damage.
We got to roll it in there,
yeah.
just a fair warning.
Yeah, okay, we back out of that. And then I think you could go the other way. So you could have a Breloom that is a bit more stun based. So you've got an attacker that can throw out poison powder, sleep powder, paralysis powder. What's it? Stun spore? That's it, not paralysis powder. Come on.
I mean, you're
for 20 something years.
that's your PhD showing.
Oh my god. Oh, it's showing something, but it's not showing any intelligence.
Oh man.
But something along those lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can do a little bit more stun, and then you can get in with maybe it's like a Giga Drain type build or something along those lines. Because you've still a grass type, you still got those things to factor in. Yeah, I think Breloom would just be a lot of fun. I think it would be a little bit weak, as it should be, but
Right.
it should have do a load of damage, a lot of wallop for not much.
And honestly, I really would enjoy it, Breloom. And a lot of these mons are gonna be one of those like, oh, can you come get him? No, I didn't get him. Oh, he was so close.
Yeah, I was trying to save my Razor Leaf there to get in, but
the just the ability to be able to have the flexibility that they have with selecting all these, one of 900 Pokemon, and being a fan. Sorry, I didn't mean to let you hit that.
it's okay.
Just I'm trying to get you to 6. Just being able to have that flexibility just makes the game that much more exciting to me, because it's like, who are they going to release next? Who are they going to do?
This is the thing, they've got one of the biggest rosters of any franchise to be able to pick from. It's insane. So yeah, it's there's definitely a lot of excitement there.
I mean, exactly like what you're saying. It's just so much fun. It's one of those where you can just be like, oh, okay, we're gonna go with a fan favorite or not going with a fan favorite. That's entirely up to everybody else. But
yeah, and I think I quite like because I mean, let's be honest, Trevenant probably not a fan favorite, right? A lot of people would have been like, what, Trev? Especially at the time it came out. It didn't come out around Halloween.
Correct.
It came out a little bit after. So it was probably one of those that was kind of like, right, okay, whatever. Trevenant, well, maybe he's interesting, but yeah, it was just a little bit of an outfield pick, but then they're coming in with Aegislash, which is definitely a fan pick. That's huge.
yeah, I still think they could go for others. Oh, hi.
Oh god, yeah, 100%. They could definitely pick something else. But I think it's because I think Aegislash is pretty big in the competitive scene, right?
Yeah.
So I think in terms of that, I think it's massive. And then I think it's probably going to be a little bit one of the ones for the anime, because Leon has an Aegislash. So anyway, yeah, that's my kind of nice snipe, by the way.
Thank you.
That's my kind of theory casting aside. So I do think it's big. And they seem to have done that in patterns, right? They've had a big release followed by a small release, or a small release followed by a big release in terms of favorite size.
Yeah.
So they're playing it smart and they're working it well, I think.
I'm gonna agree. I think the only one that I can't say that they whiffed on it. I just think they didn't properly prepare the Pokemon correctly is Tsnydes28. I think they had all the intentions correct, but they gave him this very glass cannon.
Tsnydes28. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. Tsnydes28 is it's hit or miss. I think it's come out at a point. It's now in a good place. It's still glass cannony, but it's
Oh yeah.
It deals enough damage and its moves gives you enough survivability to justify its pick in certain scenarios. Like I think solo queue, yeah, whatever, fine, go for it. I think in a team pick, unless you're in a 5-stack with a certain skill group of players, maybe it's not. Like we're seeing here, this Tsnydes28 is
He's not in a good spot.
he is not in a good spot, no.
Just like that. Let me put in my 2. Go.
Yeah.
Come on, dunk it.
Live viewers are going to see that.
But I mean, yeah, they really do. So we do have one last slot.
It is the much maligned defender. Nobody wants to play defender.
No, not at all.
You never see it in solo queue. Defender is it's just one of those that, despite the fact that we have some awesome defenders, they don't get a lot of love.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like, well, I guess I have to play it because our team should use one.
Yeah.
So I'll let you lead off. Who did you choose?
So, I'm not entirely sure if this is fan favorite or not. I don't think it is. I do think it's a little bit popular. But my choice was Tsnydes28.
Oh, okay. Out of Sun and Moon.
Yep.
Okay.
Tsnydes28, Gen 7. And it's... I was looking through the moveset, so kind of like thinking, what's a defensive mon? What are we going to see from defensiveness? What's good in this case? What personifies defense?
Mm-hmm.
In a big fire turtle, right? Like
that purposely keeps its back to you. Yes.
It has a giant shield on its back, and it would work so well. So I think Tsnydes28 was the move was the mon that I wanted to go for. And you see, if you look at its moves, it has 2 important moves that you could go for. You could either go for, is it Fire Crash? Okay, this is where I forgot the moves, and I should have written them down. But it has a fire type move where it cloaks the body in fire and charges the opponent down. And it's not the same as Wild Charge quite.
Like Flame Charge, possibly?
It's not Flame Charge, it's a move specific to Tsnydes28.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. The point is that you could imagine being on a zone, Tsnydes28 goes up in flames, has a little bit of a push, and deals burn damage, right? So you then, if you want to come in, you're gonna have to keep taking on more burn. Similar to how Cinderace stacks. And I think that could be quite tricky to deal with. And then if you have something along the lines of Harden or just a move that increases your defense for a short period of time,
sure,
you're talking about a real tank in its moveset.
You know what's funny? Because of dragon types, I really want it. Like, I love dragons.
Or you could go along the lines of something like Body Press. Oh, I got clapped. You could go along the lines of Body Press, where you...
We're not going to get that.
Shell Trap, thank you, Gio. You could go along the lines of Body Press, where you... it's more of a fighting type move, similar kind of deal that you see in there. Yeah. But yeah, I think Tsnydes28 has a lot of potential.
I like that. I really do. It's unique in its own ways. You're doing exactly what I was trying to do with just specific type movesets. It definitely seems like it could be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Do you have anything for a possible Unite move?
Possible Unite move? Well, in saying that, the fire... The shell is it Shell Trap Geo? I think Geo's confirmed that the move is Shell Trap. Do not quote me on that. But the move where it wreaths itself in flame again could also be its Unite move instead of a move. Instead of a standard move, it would be an interesting choice, I think. Similar to Talonflame, you could just have that kind of like go up in flames, do a little bit of a push, and then go from there. What about your defender?
Ooh, so mine, I had 2. I really wanted to do 2, and I decided against it. So the first one that I had was Onyx and Steelix, and just being able to use one of those in a game sounds so much fun. Also, we need you two to put these. Oh, the TMGs are down there. I thought you were the Charizard.
Oh yeah, I think we lose this.
Oh yeah, I think so too. So I decided to go with. It's not on my thing. Oh yes, it is. Shieldon and Bastionon.
Oh, excellent choice. Excellent choice.
I mean, he literally has a face of a shield. So
You've gone for similar kind of themed picks there.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you're like, you think defense, but then what do you think of? Somebody that has a shield. Also, 103 7 KOs. Man, I felt like we should have won that one though.
It happens.
Yeah. So I have it using Protect. So it just basically creates a shield. You're just going to take reduced damage for a short period of time. And then Tackle. Very simple, very straightforward. It's just going to be like Mammal Swine, where it's going to dash and then use the tackle that way.
Love it.
Protect gives you this flexibility where you're going to go either to Metal Sound or Iron Defense. And same thing. So Metal Sound's going to drop the opponent's defense and special defense, allowing you to be able to get some attacks off and let your teammates come in and basically clean up house. Or you could be the big bad bruiser and be able to stand in there and take the fight in Iron Defense. Iron Defense is going to give you a big buff into your defense and special defense for a short period of time. Tackle is going to then change to either Metal Burst or Iron Head. And the Metal Sound, Metal Burst have almost like a combo, I guess you could call it. So if you Metal Sound them, drop their thing, it's going to create sound waves that'll do more damage because they're like a combo type. I don't know. I went too far into this one.
You went on quite a deep dive for that one.
I did.
Yeah. No, interesting choice. I love it.
And then Iron Head is going to be like high horsepower, but instead of high horsepower slamming at the end, Iron Head is going to first slam down to stun and then give a shove.
Okay. Yeah.
So this way that if you're in a team fight, you're going to hit that and stun, and then depending on where you're pushing, you get that.
Yeah, I like it.
Its Pokemon Unite move would be Corkscrew Crash. Oh no, they took my...
sticking with the Z move theme.
Absolutely. So basically it's going to turn the Pokemon into a drill that spins into a circle, just straight right in where it is, right in place. And then it's going to pull enemy Pokemon that are around you in towards you, dealing damage every time that you spin. And then it'll basically kind of just flop and then deal the total amount of damage.
Nice. Okay.
A little.
Like it. I like it.
So
yeah, I could see Bastiodon.
I could see that, but I don't see like all the movesets. Oh, I should probably pick a Pokemon, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
How about
5 seconds? Make it quick.
I got one there.
3, 2, 1. Okay, you saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you have an
round up there?
Do you have an extra one by any chance, or no?
Do I have an extra one? Just a favorite one that I would like to see in the game.
Well, because I have one more, and I've already alluded it to you, so I'm very excited to see it.
I've not picked up on this whatsoever.
But you should have.
So for my, I'm just thinking about too much all at once.
That's true.
For my favorite mon to just be in the game, it would be Buizel. I absolutely love Buizel. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't like Floatzel, I just like Buizel.
Okay.
So if Unite gave me a custom Buizel build that doesn't evolve but is still really tanky, give me that.
All
That's
right.
what I'd like to see.
I can get on board with that. I can do that. So basically the whole thing that led to this was the fact of I had an idea about a Pokemon and I thought it would be absolutely fantastic. And by the way, we're mopping the crap out of these guys. Holy crap. Help! Come on!
Get him. Yeah, that Charmander's got to be back in. Let's back out.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Nice.
Oh,
Sorry for the pause, folks. Sorry for the pause. We just had to take that squirt later.
we had to do it. We couldn't let it go.
Anyway.
So basically, the whole thing that started this segment was just a brilliant flash of ideas, and just looking through the Pokedex and just realizing that there is a Pokemon that would be flawless for Unite. And I say flawless because it's going to introduce the flexibility that you're looking for. You wanted a mid-game evolution that you can say, I'd rather go this way or I'd rather go that way, depending on how it goes, whatever my team comp is. How about we go with Kubfu and Urshifu?
Okay, right, yeah. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit, didn't we? Yeah,
Yes.
I love it. Okay, explain your idea.
Okay, so Kubfu, for those of you who haven't played Sword and Shield, Kubfu and Urshifu, Urshifu has two different types. It has strong style and agile style. So it's either going to be an aggressive, very tanky type, punching you in the face, dealing a lot of damage, or it's going to be agile style, where it's going to be a little bit weaker, but it's going to be faster. So I figured, why not introduce a Pokemon that can do exactly that? Urshifu would probably, now again, these are going to be like a later evolution where Kubfu can be able to hold his own, have like, and I went through the list of each strong and agile type move. So if they had Rock Smash for its power move, so you're going to just kind of punch and then deal a lot of damage. Maybe being able to lower their defense, something of that nature. And then like Sucker Punch, kind of like Absol's Sucker Punch, very quick and doing a lot of damage. Just kind of get in, get out, get in, get out type style. I feel like that would be amazing. And then Rock Smash would give you one of two options. So this is where you would split. So you would either get the choice of the strong or the agile. So your strong would be Focus Punch. So it's a big wind up, but if you get hit while using it, you're gonna, sorry, I'm looking away. It's gonna be a big wind up, high damage, short range punch is to what I have written down. So basically,
similar to Power Up Punch.
Yes, but no. So you know how you have to hold Lucario's Power Up Punch to a certain point to be able to get its max damage? That's going to be the minimum amount that you're going to get from Urshifu. It's going to be that long of an animation where it's going to deal high crit type damage. Or you can go into Aqua Jet. So it's basically going to be an extreme speed, and you're going to just be bouncing around with a cloak of water, essentially.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So kind of similar to Lucario in some respects.
Yes.
But plays a little bit differently in terms of timings and things.
Yeah.
Big fan.
And then you have Sucker Punch going into... Also, this Blastoise has my name, and I don't like it. I'm dead again. Sucker Punch is going to give you then Wicked Blow or Surging Strikes. Wicked Blow has a high crit, unstoppable while in motion for like the punch. I stunned him. And then there's the Surging Strikes is essentially going to be a high crit, lower amount of damage, but it's going to be able to do like a flurry of attacks. So you're going to have like big wind up, high damage, or you're going to have like a whole rapid session of it and then be able to kind of just put them away type thing. Its Unite move would be all out pummeling. So this would be essentially like a mix between Serena, and Machamp. So you're gonna get kicks and punches, and you're gonna get everything in between, and it's gonna be just a single target takeout. So
Nice.
it's just the animation's just gonna look a little different, but it's gonna basically play exactly the same as Serena or Machamp.
Okay, love it. Excellent choice. Can't go wrong with that.
That's all I got, folks. I should probably move.
No, that's a lot of builds. It's a lot of fun right there. I don't think you can really complain about what's going on. Yeah. So I don't know. What have we potentially got any questions from the crowd? Because I think it's probably enough in terms of segments.
Oh, absolutely. I hope so, because I've felt like all I've done is talk.
Well, it is a podcast, Snide.
Yes.
That's what we are supposed to do.
I understand that. But, oh, God.
But if anybody's hanging around, I know we've had Blasian and Geo both popped up for me, so I don't know if you guys have got any questions or any comments. If you could, what builds you guys got on your minds? Anything that you'd like to see in terms of the leaks that we got going on? They also did say that they were lurking, so they might just be hanging around off doing IRL things.
Yeah, I mean, people who actually have real lives.
Don't sit around talking about Pokemon Unite on a podcast, right?
Yeah, who wants to do that?
That would be us.
I guess you're right.
Oh, so Blasian wants to see another speedster.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I don't think we don't have a speedster on the leaks, right? It's
No, we have all-arounder, supporter, and attacker.
okay. So you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and we're pretty convinced we know what the all-rounder is gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be at that point.
It's definitely gonna be Aegislash.
Yep. Oh, I didn't see that he had 40. I goofed.
Oh, it happens. It happens. We just need to get in for this. So I think after after we round this game off, we will call it a day. We'll see where we end up. So something. Have you spotted anything in terms of content creation wise that you think people should see?
I have not. I've been actually weirdly focused on trying to make Dragonite work. It just doesn't make any sense of how much that buff is really going to hurt all around. I just... Why did we surrender?
Oh,
I mean,
because we were all dead.
Yeah, but... Okay, whatever.
So I think my choice for content video is it's going to be another Spargles video. The man makes really good content, makes really good guides, explains things really well, and it is the God of War 3 glasses video. I think everybody should go watch that. It'll probably be the same as the Charizard one I suggested last week. It's just going to give you something really fun to play with. A little bit difficult. It's a stack and build, but yeah, go give it a watch and give it a go and see what you think.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Awesome. That sounds good to me, guys.
that rounds that one up. How same time next week?
Let's hope so.
Excellent. Let's hope I don't get caught in another natural storm.
So, Goose, then where can the people find you at?
Okay, so people can find me at x_goose, all lowercase, on Twitch. And if you find me on Twitch, you can find me everywhere else. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on TikTok under different variations of that name. Sometimes there's a 0 instead of an O, and sometimes there's capitals. But if you find me on one, you'll find me on the rest. Where can they find you at, my man?
Perfect. I mean, luckily I got very easy. It's Tsnydes28. Pretty much everywhere that you go. YouTube, Instagram. I got TikTok. Try to upload from time to time there. And also, most importantly, here on Twitch. And maybe the occasional Trovo, but mostly Twitch. It's very simple. Very easy. If you guys could go out and support each one of us, that would be greatly appreciated.
Fantastic. Okay. See you next week then. Bye-bye for now.
Have a good one.
Cool. Okay. Right. So I'm going to stick around on stream. I don't know what the crack is in terms of people playing Unite. I do think I want to jump in for Legends of Arceus. Maybe it's at 8 and play a couple hours of that.
I
like
would
said,
love that. So what I'm gonna do here.
This controller's so dead. Fireblade.
So what I'm gonna do is
Fireblade.
I'm gonna raid out. I'm gonna raid over.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do here is I'll still continue to play. I'm gonna lurk, and hang with you guys. But oh god, how salty would that be if I raided over to Red Love?
I've raided the guy once as well.
Oh, have you?
And he just, I think I had about 5 or 6 people in, and he said thanks. He was pretty polite about it.
Yeah, that would be funny. But yeah, so I'll stick around. I'm gonna play some Unite. I have family coming over here shortly, so I don't know how much longer I can play. I do got a couple football games to
I think that
attend.
works for me then. We can jump in and play some games, and then when you got a dip, I'll go jump into Legends of Arceus.
Ooh, sounds good, boss. All right. So
Cool. So I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. I'm gonna grab my other controller as well, because the up on this is just, it's completely gone.